It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Ready, 45, right.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. If this is going to consistently be this way throughout the game, there's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Inside handoff now, Miller. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weaver, and on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Saints, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, go steal. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Parks. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd. Conversion.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Miami.
Let's go. 50, green.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
On 2nd down, Woodson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 3rd down, Woodson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Clifford. Over the middle, it's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Clifford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The throw over the middle, taken in. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. That result, really no surprise. It's what we're becoming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on first down. Clifford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Hands it off out of the gun. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback?
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Woodson. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting 3s, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Off the bootleg. Clifford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifford. He finds his man. Complete. That's Wade. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wade. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Off the play fake. Clifford. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Clifford. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Parks. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hughes, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Broncos able to keep their slim playoff hopes alive as they run their mark to 4-6 on the year. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Clifford. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Operating from the gun. Clifford. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
On first down, Hughes. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Woodson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, here's Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Woodson, and he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Hughes on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is their fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here we go. 60 ready. 60 ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Weaver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go. Woodson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Come on, set. Blue, 32. Striker, 3-3.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a... Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Hughes. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodson, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clifford. Pass incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll run on the draw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Clifford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Clifford got a man and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's brought down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Woodson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Hughes. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
They'll run on first down. Hughes. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
On first down, it's Weaver. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a handoff to Miller. And he's got some space here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Clifford. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Miami, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.